Well, hi everybody. I'm going to make a start today on doing the Bioactive, and I'm going to be setting up little Myah first. That's my first one to do. I feel her enclosure may be ultimately the easiest, although it's still the same process of everything that I have to do. So, my goodness, just thinking about it is rather daunting right now. So my first step, of course, is going to be mixing the soil and the sand together. That's the first thing I need to do. So yeah, I'm not going to make this a prolonged video where you're going to watch everything and every move I make, but I will show you little steps along the way via a video. So let's get going. Okay, so sand, soil. So basically, as you know, we need to mix the two together. So all I can do is really put you on the ground talking to the camera. That actually is. And there's my puppy dog sitting there wondering why he's not allowed outside. He's going for a clip in a couple of weeks. So you can see I'm guessing that much of everything, and now I'm gonna add the soil. So what it is pretty much a 50-50, and that is how it is to be done. Now these are so heavy for me that I have to do it in, I guess, segments, you could say, because, well, in little bits, because there's no way I can do it, just by tipping a whole lot of it out. And yeah, a little bit in a bucket, a little bit in another bucket, stir it all up, and when I get the right kind of consistency, I'll be happy with it. Okay, so this is roughly the consistency. You want to be able to see the sand, but you certainly don't want it to be, as light as that. So I'm looking at probably 1/3 sand and 2/3 dirt. Excuse the background going on out there. No control over that. But yeah, even though that looks fairly light in this picture, it's not. It's quite dark. But you do want to be able to see the sand, because that is certainly going to help with drainage and keeping the soil dry instead of, any water logging going on, which you really don't want in the enclosures. So as I mix, I'm going to put into a bucket, and I'm going to do 2 pails of it at this particular point, get it done so that, because there is at least 2 buckets there, and I think that'll be enough for Myah's. So that's my next move, finish it all off, get it in the buckets. I can tell you, I am never lonely when I'm outside and I'm doing anything. I always have my cats. My dog has gone to finally lay down, but Myah has been pretty much sitting there watching me the whole time, and she is probably thinking about, where is my dinner at this particular point. So you know, it's never about starting something and be able to get all the way through and complete, because I have to stop, I have to feed the cats, and then I will have to feed the birds, I have to change the kitty litter, freshen all their water, do all that sort of stuff, and then get back to this. But for now I'm just letting her hold off for the minute until I at least get these buckets done and the soil done, because then I can get them inside in the buckets. It's done, the core peat's done, which I'll show you. I have the cypress here sitting in that bag, so that has to go in the oven, you know, on high heat for about 20 minutes, and it's cooked and it's clean and all that sort of stuff. I've also got sphagnum moss here, which I'm going to, of course, wet down and get a great big box of that as well, because I will be having some sphagnum moss. So my snakes are going to have a lot of variety in their bioactive in terms of their cypress moss, their core peat, their soil and leaves, you know, and the sphagnum moss. So yeah, they're going to have a lot, and you know, it's going to be watching and seeing how they respond to all these things as well. I'm really interested to see their behavior and what they do. So anyway, I'm just still doing this bucket, and yeah, just mentioning my little friend Myah. Myah, what are you doing, darling? What are you doing? She's wondering what is going on out here. Everything is just a complete mess, and it is, but that's okay. It'll be cleaned up. Thinking about noisy utes going past, but my cat there, and I don't know if you can see her, but Sunny's right there sitting on top of the door, watching me. Like I said, we never get lonely, do we, Myah? Hey? Can't get lonely when you got pets, that's for sure. Okay, well, I'm back to using my camera for a little while until my phone gets fixed, you could say. So what I'm up to while I stand in the shadows there and block the view is I've bought this cocoa fibre, which I'm not sure whether, no, I haven't shown, but basically this is going to go along the back wall of Myah's enclosure. I have cut to size the tarp that I'm going to use as the base to prevent anything sitting on the actual enclosure itself. So now I've got my screwdriver, or my cordless drill, my screws, tub for Myah to go in, because I really don't want to be searching for her. So yes, there are times when I put my snakes in a tub, not very often I might add, but I will be concentrating and I will be leaving the room and coming back and leaving the room and coming back. So I want her to be somewhere where I know she is and she's not going to disappear on me. And Myah's pretty good at doing that, even up in the climbing area. She can disappear and move from one area to the next, and then I'd be stopping and looking for her and trying to find her. So it's just a little bit easier for me to do it that way. Of course, I don't know if she's going to really like me getting her out at this point, but yeah. Well, you hungry? Well, you didn't really eat, did you? You just left your meal laying on the floor and you didn't really touch it, did you? So are you going to come out and give me that tub, and then I'm going to be able to give you a whole pile of dirt and area to lay on. And it's late, and I tend to be an evening type of person when I decide to do anything. It just seems the better time to do things. So less distractions, I guess you could say, are around the place at this time of the night. So I am going to get Myah out, and that means pulling everything else out of her enclosure, of course. But I've got the soil ready. I've got the coir peat ready. I've got the leaves. I've got the, what else is there? The cypress mulch. I've got everything ready to go. I've just got to get going, do I not? So I'll show you when I finish putting the tarp in. Okay, so the tarp is cut to size. Of course, I cut it bigger just to be on the safe side, and now I've kind of got it to where I want it to be. And basically now all I really have to do is start screwing it in and keeping it secure. So I have it positioned pretty much where I want it to be. So yeah, now I just screw it in. And that was loud, sorry, I forget that I was using something very noisy. So now I'm just going to screw it all the way around. So I'll show you that once that's all done. Okay, now I've got the tarp in. Yeah, the tarp is in and the tarp is screwed in. Now it doesn't look very neat and tidy at this particular point, but I'm not really overly concerned about it because I've still got things to do. I've got to think of, do I cover in this side? And I think I will actually, at both sides, but for now I'll get the back on and I'll show you what that looks like, and then yes, I will definitely be putting on the sides. Right, I've put the cocoa fibre along the back wall. Now it looks a little bit rough, but don't worry about it. Here I am telling you not to worry about it. I'm telling myself not to worry about it because of course all the soil and everything is going to be going in on top, so you know that's all not going to be exposed and so forth. Yes, I have artificial vine leaves running along the top there, but you know it isn't going to be all natural, I guess is the word that people might use. I'm still going to be using things that may not be necessarily all natural. It looks terrible right now, so I'm just giving you a look at where I'm at. So I bought these in sheets. Where did I get them from? I'm trying to think actually, because I didn't get them from the, oh yes I did, I got them from the actual plant nursery. So it's all natural fibre, just cocoa fibre, so it's certainly not going to be of any issue to Myah. You know, rough cutout. I'm not going to have it looking, oh, you know, like somebody's gone in there with a ruler and scissors and so forth, because it just does not bother me. So at this particular point, that is what it looks like. So now I've got to get the gravel etc. And the gravel is going to be for drainage, so I'll show you that once I've got that in, and it weighs a ton. But anyway, I can do it. Okay, I'm pretty sure this will be so boring, but well, Mister, what are you up to? Checking out what I'm doing? Lily has just been pretty much laying there, not coming out, just laying there, not doing much of anything, which is okay. And of course Archie's been a bit of a sticky nose. But anyway, there's the gravel, well, the drainage layer that I'm putting in. And now, of course, I have to put the fly screen over the top of that. And then once I've done that, I can get the soil in. And away I go. And I can do some planting and put her stuff in. And it should be all pretty good. So, again, you know, I could fast forward, I could do all of that stuff, time lapse, but you can see what I'm doing bit by bit. So now I'll cut the fly screen. Well, fly screen done. You probably can't even really notice it that much, but I did put it on there, I promise you. So that's all set in, and now really does come the best part, which is putting the soil in and planting, and then of course getting all her things back in there and seeing how it all looks. So this bit I'm really looking forward to more than all the other bits, and the decorating to some degree I quite enjoy. What do you think, Archie? What do you think is going on? Hey? Good-o, eh? And he will be getting his done soon too, but it's one at a time, guys. Honestly, it's really exhausting for me. So on to the next bit. Well, guys, I kind of just got stuck into it, so I will explain what I've actually done here. After putting the fly screen down, which is after your layer of drainage gravel, I put all the soil in, which, yeah, is for me one little shovelful, but it took a whole big bucketful to fill up this. I decided to put her pot back in, and I put it back in because she loves it. She loves curling up in it, and it blends in very well within the environment there anyway. I'm trying to get back a little bit. I've still, you know, I've put a couple of parlour palms in there. I've put a pothos there, and I've put a spider plant there. So eventually things are going to grow, and grow very nicely. I'm actually thinking about moving that parlour palm over and putting something smaller here. So, you know, I just haven't decided yet what I'm going to do. But that just gives you a general idea of what it's actually looking like. So now I'm going to put in the artificial human things that you don't find out in nature, until I can find other things possibly for her to use instead. But in the meantime, she has to get a heat. She doesn't hide that much, but I'm going to put one in there for her. So I'll get on with that, and then yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay. Whoa. I'm on to the final last minute little bits and pieces, I guess you could say. I've put her cork bark back in there, which she loves. She does have a hide up here under the heat, and a bit of a vine if she wants to hang up here and get some extra warmth. This is quite warm because it's, you know, pretty much on top of Ishi's heat panel. So, you know, this soil gets, you know, quite nice and warm for her. So, yeah, all I've got to do now, of course, is, as you know, you need to add a cleanup crew to your enclosure. So I have some springtails here, which I am going to put in. I've also got some earthworms. So I'm going to begin with the springtails, and basically I'll probably just move this little bit of cork bark for now, and I shall tip some of the water out at this particular point. You know, I'm currently I've got other colonies going, so I'm going to put a fair bit of this one in to make sure that plenty of springtails are actually going in there. They're so tiny and they're so hard to see, but I do know that there were quite a few in this particular one. So yeah, I'll just get a few more bits out and pop that over there, and make sure, you know, that I have quite a few possibly going on, and I will add more of, well, I'm in the light and you can't really see anything, and neither can I at this particular point. And of course my eyesight is absolutely shocking. So I'm going to put some more charcoal, of course, in here, and some food, and make sure that if there's any left in there, that they will continue to breed and keep doing what they're supposed to be doing at this particular point. But I can't, you know, they're so hard to see. You know, you might see one sort of wriggling around somewhere, but for now, I don't even know where I've put the lid anymore, because I'm that tired. You know, I am getting really tired at this particular point. It's been a long day. I guess it's been a long day for many people, not just myself. So when I've got a hand, as you can see, have a look. Like, so it's not just I've done that. Now I've got to clean up, put everything away. So yeah, there's more to be done at this particular point. So I'll be back once I've got the worms in there, and I'm looking at putting Myah back in there, and we'll see how she goes. Hey, hopefully she likes it. Okay, worms are in. How many times have I said okay to you all this evening? But yes, I have finished, finally finished. So I've added the worms, so they're in, and I've added the springtails, of course, as you saw. I've put some old shed in there, which gives them something to actually munch on and start eating. So that that's just a start for them. Then they'll just start naturally absorbing all the nutrients and that they need from plant matter and of course the mess from Miss Myah, who does plenty of that, I must tell you. I will still continue to spot clean. You know, just because you do bioactive does not mean that you don't clean up as much as you possibly can. It's not going to be easy spotting a mess in here with all that there is in there, but at least I know I've got some cleanup crew in there, and the worms too will help with all of that. So now, of course, all I'm really going to do is give the plants a little bit of a light misting, just to get some water because they've just been put in the ground, of course. And then, of course, Myah can go back in. Miss Myah? Miss Myah? Would you like to come out now? Would you like to come out? Hey? Are you interested in actually coming out? Because you can. Come on. Come on, darling. Wow. When I sit back and I actually see it like that, it looks really quite good, actually. I haven't used this camera for ages. I've been using my phone, as you know. But that's how it looks from here. Of course, it may look amazing and what have you, but it doesn't mean that it's what it will be for Myah. So it really is going to come down to what this little girl thinks. Hey, but I thought you might like to see hiding in this. Well, not hiding, but was you a little bit cold? Yes, a little bit cold, darling. Are you? You gonna come out? Hey, before I actually put you back home. Well, it's a brand new home, so you're not going to recognize it at all. I mean, I've put her cork bark in there and her old hide and her branches and things like that, so it's not exactly not got her scent in it. And of course her famous pot that she loves to lay in is in there as well. So it's still got some things that are her. Are you right? What are you thinking about? That you've been stuck in that tub while I've been doing, but I've been working hard for you, sweetheart, for you to have what I think you might like, actually. And I can only hope that you might like. You've got some friends in there. You've got some worms. You've got some springtails. So you won't be all by yourself in there, will you? Hey? Are you thinking about coming out, or are you just thinking about hanging in there? Are you excited to see your new home? Because I'm really excited to see you go into your new home, and you just go out of focus because you're looking at me over the top of the camera. Or you're smelling my hands. Well, do they smell good? Do they smell good at all? I'm just holding them there, so you might see her just tasting them, smelling them. Look at that tongue. What can you smell, darling? Oh, sorry. That tongue flicked sideways there for a second. Why would she focus on her mush? Like, I know she keeps moving. Oh, well, do you think the other hand might be something interesting? Hey? Would the other hand be interesting? Come on, Ed. Come and say hello to Mum. Can you come and say hello to me? You see, this is what I do at night. Just chitter-chat to them. You're a beautiful girl. Are you not a beautiful girl? You ready for home? Miss Lily didn't come out at all. She just laid around watching me, but she did not want to come out. So I think we're going to try Miss Myah in her enclosure. I'm just going to have to lift her out as I do, except she's quite a heavy girl, this girl. So I do use two hands normally with Myah. Okay, if I can move. Where are you? All the way down there. You ready? Are you getting a little bit of a pink belly? Hey? Let's go. Okay, this is a struggle for me. Honestly, I'm not joking. And if you could see from the other view, you would giggle trying to watch me get up. But I can't use my right foot with this broken toe. So, sorry, Myah. I'm sorry. You're a little bit upside down, girl. Now, there you go. You can go in. You can check it out. Which I'm not going to... No. Oh, yes. Have a look. Go and have a look around. What do you think? She's still got a grip of me, and my finger is getting a little bit bent back, but it's okay, Myah. I'll hang. Oh, she says, I'm not going in there. I'm not going. Oh, I have to put it down because my finger was. Oh, have a look around, darling. Just go and have a look around. All right, your pot's in there. I've left your pot because I figured that you might like it. Yeah. There you go. See, already see little critters crawling around. What do you think? Well, she says I'm going to go in behind the cork bark, which was often a place where Myah would go. She quite likes hiding under a bark if she can get under there. So sorry, I'm just moving backwards at this particular point. There you go. We'll just see what she does. And just when I thought, cool, Myah is in her enclosure and she's exploring so far, but Mr. Archie decided, hang on a minute, it's my turn. So there he is. He can have a little bit of a climb while I have my cup of tea. And yeah, then I'm going to be going to bed. And I'm going to be taking my broken toe with me. Oh, excuse my toes, I've got ugly toes. But yeah, my broken toe, which is kind of not very pleased with me walking around as much as I did tonight, so I'm going to pay for it. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I've tried to not drag it out for a long time, and I hope I can edit lots out and bits in and so forth. So you all take care, and I'll chat with you again real soon. Ciao.